Hi, Marianne. How are you? We'll wait for people to start joining. Thank you for showing up. It should pop in. If you're all here, just type in the comment box so I know you're here and I can say hello, please. Oh, there we go. Hi, everybody. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, Marianne. Oh, that's all. Find me a medium. I thought that was a bunch of people coming on. It's all good. Marianne, it might just be me and you tonight. That's cool. This way you get all the spirits tonight. Okay, there's a problem with Facebook connection. We'll give it a couple more minutes and let people come in. Marianne. Hi, Davey. Welcome. Marianne, I think the first spirit is for you. Davey, we're gonna the way I work the trance evidential is I just kind of let spirit come through. So I don't go direct and I don't try to bring spirit in. So hopefully if your dad's gonna come through, he will. I just leave it all up to spirit and I just kind of go with the flow. And I just blend with their essence and come through. So we'll give it 3 more minutes because there was a problem with Facebook. So we'll give it a chance for everybody to come on and then we'll get started. I'm just blending with spirit right now. Hey, Linda. Okay, I do have a spirit with me. This is a mother in spirit. Very rosy cheeks, if that makes any sense. I can feel my face is very flushed, very rosy cheeks. Could be a lot of things. It could just be that she blushed a lot of rosy cheeks, or she was always embarrassed at rosy cheeks, or maybe you are. I just definitely feel my cheeks are very rosy. Then it's probably not for you, Marianne, but just let's see who this is first. Uh, and I'm also sensing a fluttering in my heart, a fluttering in my chest, possibly some sort of infection or something to do with the chest area, lungs. Even though I could breathe, I could feel a fluttering in my breath, like a wheezing almost, like that kind of a breathing, a wheezing. Amanda, I heard the name Amanda. Now, I'm not certain if this would be the mother's name, Amanda, in spirit, or if there's Amanda attached to her, maybe in the living, or some other Amanda in spirit. I did hear Amanda in the distance, so I'm just offering what's coming through. And I heard the name Paul. So there's Amanda and Paul. So these are the names I heard in the distance. This is a mother in spirit. Again, some sort of either an infection in the chest or something with the lungs. There's a fluttering in the breath and wheezing, difficulty breathing, and very rosy cheeks. So, like again, either she blushes quickly or blush quickly, or she just has that rosy look in her face. Can anyone who's here so far, I think there's only 3 people here, so we're narrowing it down. Can anybody understand a mother in spirit? Don't keep the names on the side if the names don't resonate with you right now. But this would be a mother in spirit, had a chest infection or lungs, something with the lungs, maybe fluid or something in the heart, some kind of a fluttering going on here. And rosy cheeks, smiling. I can see higher cheekbones. And again, I heard the names Amanda and Paul. So if you can understand any of this, just type it in the chat, please. There's a long delay here. I'll stay connected to her until somebody can understand this, or part of it, or all of it. Now, something she showed me with the shoes. So either this is shoes are significant to you or to her. And I'm even seeing ballerina shoes, ballet shoes. Thank you, Veronica. So let's recap this. There's a lot of information. Let's see who can understand this. For those who are just now joining or just now live and hear this, hey Kiwizi, hey Autumn, hey Ka, or CA Woodland, California Woodlands. That's what that is. Okay, so as I was beginning to say earlier, I have a mother in spirit. Either there was a lung infection, chest infection, heart, something like that, because I have a fluttering in my chest when I'm breathing, and there's like a wheezing sound in my breath. She had either rosy cheeks, high cheekbones, rosy cheeks, or blush fairly easy, or you blush very easy. So there's the rosy cheeks is also significant to connect it. I did hear the names Amanda and Paul in the distance. I'm not certain if this belongs to the mom or maybe it's connected to her. And then she was showing me shoes. Shoes is also significant. And then in this array of shoes, I also saw ballerina shoes, ballet shoes, and they were like highlighted. So can anybody understand any of this or part of this? Don't worry about the names as much. This would be a mother in spirit. Again, chest infection or lung infection or heart, something with this fluttering that caused her to wheeze when she was breathing. And again, these shoes are very significant for some reason. Autumn. Now, I did hear autumn, but it could be the season autumn. And I know there's an autumn in here. Autumn, would you understand any of this? There's a long delay, so. Triona, okay. Hi, Charlene. Thank you, Triona. Triana, okay. So I'm wondering, autumn, can any of this come to you? Can you take any of this information? Because I did hear autumn. So again, I'm not certain if it's your name or if it's the season autumn, which is significant here with this mother. Hi, Karen. Okay, so one more recap since those came in late. And Autumn, listen here if you can and text me if you can understand any of this. Because again, I just heard your name or Autumn the season. So this is, I have a mother in spirit. And again, there was some sort of infection. My birthday in autumn. Okay, Charlene, well, maybe listen carefully here if you can. A mother in spirit. There was either a chest infection, lung infection, heart condition, something that caused a lot of fluttering in the chest, and she had a difficult time breathing. She would wheeze when she was breathing. It wasn't fluid. I did hear the name Amanda and Paul in the distance. So if this relates to any of this with the spirit, that'd be great. I did see a lot of shoes. Shoes are symbolic here. And then she showed me all these shoes, and then ballet shoes. For whatever reason, ballet shoes are very significant as well. And then I heard autumn. So it could be the season, it could be somebody's name. So if anybody can understand parts of this, or even all of it, just text if you can. Hello, Diane. Hello, Helen. Hello, Kiwizi. Okay, so if anybody can take any of this, just let me know. Just type it. It was my grandmother who had fluid in the lungs. Yes, my mother used the ballet dance. There we go, Charlene. Thank you. Wonderful. That's who we got here. Okay. Is your mother also in spirit with grandmother, Charlene? And can you also understand the name Paul? And Audrey. Yes, definitely. Definitely the name Paul, or definitely the mother's also in spirit. Paul. There we go. Excellent. That's my Paul that I heard. Okay, thank you. So Charlene, I'm definitely with you and Audrey. There we go. Excellent, Charlene. Thank you. Okay, so if mom used to be the ballet dancer and grandma had the fluid, either I have grandma, or if mom is passed, she's here too, or she's probably grandma just showed me the ballet shoes, and we have grandma. But it's very interesting because I definitely sensed a motherly presence as well. So either if your mom is in spirit, they're both here, or either your grandmother was very motherly toward you, very nurturing, very caring, very sympathetic. I'm sensing that you were sick as a child, that she was like your, yes, wonderful. And she was like your nurse almost, like she took care of you when you were sick. And this is the motherly energy I'm feeling. Was a medium. Ah, very nice. Thank you, Charlie. This is why she's coming in with so many visuals. Thank you, Grandma. You're making life easier for me. I appreciate it. Okay, now, Charlene, are you a medium? Now I'm hearing in really clear diction, procrastination and self-doubt. So would you understand this? I'm also a medium. Wonderful, Charlie. Thank you. There we go. Now we're connecting the dots. So would you understand self-doubt? Are you dealing with self-doubt? And are you a procrastinator? Because it's being echoed very loudly in my ears, but in a very loving way. There we go. Okay, great. So this is why grandma's coming in. I guess it's medium to medium, which is awesome. And something about self-doubt and something about procrastinating. Okay, thank you, Shelly. We're on the right page here. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to step aside and I'm going to let her come through and speak to you directly. By the way, she has a really cool, energetic vibe to her. It's like she's helping me sway, and she's totally guiding this process. I'm not doing anything. I could just feel her energy, and she definitely understands mediumship. She's keeping me focused on her energy and this flow so I can get out of the way. So let me just seeking acceptance is part of your human experience. It's equivalent to nourishing your body, putting a roof over your head, clothes on your back. You view acceptance as a necessity, yet it is not. You question your abilities. You question how you are perceived. And you panic. And you worry, which is why you put it off. But notice as you put off your true calling, you're also putting off other things in your life, even relationships. One leads to the next. Procrastination is habit forming. Fear is meant to be controlled. This is not a gift, it's a birthright. your soul essence. You understand how to communicate, how to connect. Don't concern yourself with what others think of you. Notice, even today, you were tardy in your arrival, yet I was waiting patiently for you. We always wait patiently. Even those who sit before you, their minds may be wandering. They may be reaching to remember. It does not apply to you. So you should not allow that experience to shake you. Be confident, my dear girl. I'm assisting. I'm guiding. I'm even teaching, as are many. Find your belief in yourself. Even one word spoken is enough. You don't have to perform. You don't have to shine. You just need to be real. Follow your heart, for it always knows. And as you follow your heart, you'll always find me. Thank you, Grandma. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Oof. Charlene, thank you. What a beautiful energy. I enjoyed her a lot. Thank you. She's very cool. Thank you very much for allowing me to bring her through and share her. Okay, people, welcome everybody who came in late. I'm just connecting to the spirit. Whichever one comes through, I'm bringing what I receive. And just type in if you can understand this. And hopefully they'll be your loved ones. And you can get to hear from them, which is always a joy for me because I feel that love very profoundly. Okay, now I have two people together coming in. These are both males. I want to say a brother and a father. So in other words, a father and then someone younger. They're connected, or they were connected. So we're going to go with a brother and a father. So perhaps somebody has a brother and a father in spirit. Now I'm putting the brother on the side for a minute because the father he's calling the shots. Okay, he's calling the shots. So I'm sensing this was his personality, not my dad and brother. Okay, Charlene, maybe the whole family's coming for you. Okay, so let's just keep this. The father is more like the one calling the shots. So he was the planner. Okay, he was the planner. If there was a family vacation, he had the itinerary. He knew what was going on. He was always on top of the schedule. He was the planner. Everybody had to be home at a certain time. He had to know where everybody was. He was a planner. He always kept they were in this bubble, if you will, that he was able to understand where everybody was. He was very much in tune. He knew what everybody was doing with their life, who they were associating with. He wanted to be in charge. Nadia, okay. I heard three different names. I'm trying to figure out which one they said. Peter? I'm going to go with Peter. There's three names here, but I'm going with a Peter or Pete or Pietre, something like that. Something with the Peter sound. Put this on the side as well for right now until I find it. Okay, Charlene, great. He was always thinking that too. Wonderful. Okay. He wasn't an angry man. He was a very calming man, Peter. Wow, excellent. He was a very calming He had a calming demeanor with him. Peter brother. Ah, wonderful, Linda. There we go. That's probably the Peter next. Okay, excellent. So Charlene and Linda, just listen here. The father had a very calming presence to him because he was very organized. He was very much, he was a thinker, so he had everything planned out. Therefore, he was very calm. He wasn't like, out of wax with his personality or his emotions. But if you crossed him, if you lied to him, oh God, if you lied to him, that was a dagger in his heart. Very calming, great. So if you lied to him, in his mind, it's not the fact that he couldn't trust you, but now you're showing your true colors. This was his thing. How you acted, what you said reflected your true colors, reflected who you were. So you couldn't mask it. He was a firm believer that the truth always came out. It always rose to the top. He always had this way about him. And you understand that because you were on the other end of the spectrum when he caught you lying to him. He caught you sneaking out of the house or whatever you did. So he definitely was on to you. So I'm sensing you were more of a rebel than your brother. Even though your brother wasn't that far behind you, I'm sensing that you always were very conniving and tried to find your way around out of the hole you were in. So Nadine, was that Nadine who had the brother Peter? Can you understand? Thank you, Veronica. Linda, can you understand? Thank you, Catherine. You're sweet. It's not me. I'm just listening to the spirit. Linda, can you understand your father's personality that way? And can you understand that you weren't always Miss Goody Two Shoes? He was Capricorn. He had good values. All right. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you. So now we have dad established, okay, for both of you, which is great. Now let's go to the brother. And yes, this is where Peter is coming stronger, echoing with when he comes forward. I'm sensing the brother was more sensitive and more, not, I don't want to say an introvert, but he wasn't as outgoing, let's say, as you. Okay, Charlie, great, total rebel. There we go. That's what he was saying. The father was saying that. So now the brother, guys, he was not like you. He was more reserved. I mean, he had his moments, and he was out there, and he was funny, very, very funny. This was the Joker, or just had great jokes or one-liners. His comedic timing was awesome, but he was more reserved. You know, he really enjoyed watching you. He would actually egg you on if you had a crazy. Different to my dad. Okay, great, yeah. So if you had a crazy idea, your brother knew you'd get in trouble, but he still egged you on. Like, yeah, go for it, dude. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's his humor. So, he was very, he was funny in that kind of a way. His timing was great. Absolutely reserved. Wonderful, Charlie. Thank you. Linda, can you understand this with the brother? Was this, you recall his personality like this? He wouldn't throw you under the bus, but he sure as hell would try. A proper joke. All right, Charlene, wonderful. And Linda, how about you? Can you understand this as the brother's personality? And it was all in good in your humor, but as you got older and wiser, you knew Peter's still. Oh, Peter's still this side. Oh, Linda. Okay, I'm sorry. No, this is definitely a spirit. It's my dad's brother, my uncle. Okay. Okay, so Charlene, you understand the personality of the father, you understand the personality of the brother. Okay. So Linda, I think this is for Charlene again. But listen, please, Linda, listen on. Hopefully, I'm pretty certain that the okay, great. Yeah, okay. Peter's the uncle. Okay, fine. So then Peter, the uncle's with the brother. That's what that side's coming in strong. Okay, great. So now you have a whole array here. You have the father, you have the brother, and I'm assuming the uncle's behind him with the name Peter. So this is all right here, and it's like they're huddling around like the football players in the in the circle, just watching you in the middle, like they're all like your guardians. Just I've seen the visual; they're all around you, just guarding and watching you. And so now the message to you, Charlene, is why did you stop being the rebel? So now this is interesting. I could feel the brother's energy speaking, but I'm feeling all of them are uniting with this collective message to you. This always happens when I coroners. Okay. So Charlene, so the message here for you is a question is why did you stop being the rebel? Why did you become complacent with your life? Why have you adjusted to make the others happy where you're not truly happy with yourself? Now the Father's presence is coming closer. You are always the thinker. Looking in your eyes, I can sense the wheels turning in your head. You are always quick with an answer. You are sharp. You are believable. You are cunning at times, and yet always loving. You are a dreamer, an idealist. You beat to your own drum. This is what made you unique. But notice how pain has affected you. How there's a need to cling onto others, to be appreciated, to be wanted. Worried on how they would perceive you. Are you still thinking? Are you still steps ahead? Are you still dreaming of the future? Are you still proud of yourself? Or are you shape-shifting, molding into someone you're not to please others? This is your journey. You make it however you want it to be. But the focus should always be on you. How do your actions benefit you? How do they make you stronger, wiser, more loving, more driven? Don't lose sight because you're scared. That's never who you were. Don't change now. Nobody's worth you changing. Only you're worth it. Remember that. That was a strong energy. Okay. Thank you, Charlene. And Linda, I hope the message may have resonated with you as well, since you were also able to understand the spirit. So possibly you also sensed and could take something from that. Great, Charlene. Thank you for allowing me to bring him through, both of them through beautiful essences. Okay. Now, let's move on. Margaret. Hi, Eileen. Thank you, Sandra. Hi, Helen. Hi, Modi. Hey, Lynn. Okay, guys, let's move on here. I have another mother. I heard the name Margaret. Margaret. I'm thinking it's Marge, and she's like Margaret. So again, I don't know if this is mom's name. I don't know if there's a Margaret in spirit, or maybe someone in the living connected to mom. But I did hear Margaret, not Marge, Margaret, and the mom's presence is coming through. I want to say someone here is a practical jokester. It's either mom or you. A practical jokester. Really enjoyed practical jokes on others. This was maybe you both were practical jokesters, and that was your common thread. But I'm definitely sensing a practical jokester here, and even I'm sensing Margaret in spirit. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, great. Mama Sunshine's name. Okay, my mother-in-law Margaret. Okay, guys, great. We're a few people here. So, okay, Catherine, it's interesting. You said Sister Margaret, because I definitely have a sister there too. Maybe they'll link together. Very, very interesting. I thought she was a different spirit coming in next. Okay, that's probably the name Margaret for the sister. Okay, let's say we're mom first. Can you understand that this was practical jokesters? You, her, practical jokesters. Something very significant with this practical joke. This is a memory that lasts forever. I thought Sister Margaret was a prankster. Okay, great. Okay, great. So then she's also here, the Catherine. That's great. That's great. That's exactly what's happening. So this is where the memory is very strong from the prankster. This is very much symbolic. This is what you remember. This is where you'll think of something. You just think of a joke you did or a prank you pulled, and you just start laughing out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. It's just like you'll laugh, you'll giggle, you'll chuckle, you'll just smile, because you think about what that prank. You think about that first, and that brings you to connect to thinking about her. Would you understand that this happens quite often, actually? That at least every month you'll think of something that she did, or you'll see an opportunity. You'll notice an opportunity and say, "Oh God, Margaret would totally do this." Would you understand that? Because it's very significant. Because this is how she's connecting with you. It's like telepathic communications happening here. That she's making you think of her, not making you, but it's just highlighting to think of her. Would you understand that, Catherine? And mom. Okay, so where the sister was the prankster, mom was the rock. She was the solid one. She was the rock. Uh, she would not let the sister. Um, okay, thank you, Catherine. Mom would not encourage the sister, Margaret, the sister. She wouldn't encourage her. But then she turned around and she'd laugh or she'd smile and she thought it was funny, but she didn't want to show that she was encouraging it. She was more the rock. She was a steady presence. She was very much, very purposeful. Uh, Her wording was intentional. She was very purposeful because she knew eyes were on her. She knew you and your sister were watching her. So she definitely wanted to show a good example. She wanted to lead with that. She was very strong and she was very much uh, steady with her movements. Can you understand that? Because this is the entire message for you is between these two. That's why they're both here. That makes sense. Can you understand mom being like that, her personality, Catherine? So now, Mom Kathleen. Oh, great. Okay. We connect her, but laugh hours later. Yes, absolutely right, Catherine. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, so she just showed that she went away to the other room and she laughed. It could be hours later, but that's fine. But that's exactly what I'm feeling with her too. She would correct her. She'd tell her that's not proper. Don't do that. Exactly what she's telling me. And then she turned around, she laughed because she thought it was funny, but she didn't want Margaret to see this. Kathleen. Interesting. That's what the name was. I couldn't pick that name. I caught it. I couldn't pick it because I thought she was saying Catherine. So that's Kathleen. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense for me. I appreciate that. So now, Catherine, you're in the middle. This is the message that's coming through here. You're in the middle. You could do both. You have the personality of Mom. You have of Kathleen. You have the personality of Margaret. Okay. So you have the personality of both of them. Okay. You could be steady like Mom, and you could be a prankster and a jokester like Margaret. And with you, though, it's like it's mixed, it's mismatched, if you can understand that. Where you're supposed to be steady, you're the jokester and the prankster, and when you're supposed to be the prankster, you're the steady reserve one. Can you understand that? Like you have them mixed up. You have both of the qualities, but you're mixing. Yes, thank you, Catherine. So that's what they're coming in with, this shared humor of like, you got it wrong. You know, you you got it flip-flopped. You're off. You're off. It's noticed. You know, they noticed it. Like, you know, I can just see Kathleen going, no, Margaret going, oh, not now. Don't do that now. So that's what I'm playing. Like they're watching you and you've got it flip-flop. And they're speaking about effort. I'm the quiet one on times. Okay, great. Effort. You're trying too hard. You understand that you're trying too hard. Where you should be reserved and steady, you're trying too hard to be humorous, to make a joke, to make a light of a situation, and it might come across insincere or inappropriate at times with others. And then at times when you should be funny or a prankster or a jokester, you're trying too hard, and instead of letting it flow naturally, you're pulling back, so you come across as reserved and steady in your way. Can you understand that? Because they're saying here it's because you try too hard, and this is where you try too hard. A lot of stress since Mom passed. Okay, absolutely, Catherine. Yeah, well, she's right here, so she might have passed in spirit, but she's definitely most certainly here, and also with you. So just to feel that. So now the message to you is slow down. Don't try too hard. There's no reason to be stressed. There's no reason to be out of sync. You're rushing. You're rushing. You're trying to get there before you got here. You're rushing. Slow down. Let life come to you. Let life come to you. Don't rush. There's no reason to rush. You still have years. There's no reason to rush. Let life come to you. Stop and smell the flowers. Enjoy things around you. Notice what you're missing. Notice what you're missing. All the subtleties, the little signs, the little moments in life, you're missing them because you're racing. You're trying too hard and you're trying to get there first. And that's why you're off. You're off. I'm good, Catherine. I'm happy. You're off. That's why you're flip-flopping it, you know? And Mom is saying, you know when to be funny, when to be the jokester, and you know when to be serious and when to be reserved and when to be professional. When you're mixing them up, that means you're insecure. You're not certain how to act, and you're pushing, you're forcing. This is why you're quiet, why you're shy at times, why you're reserved, because you don't feel enough, you don't feel confident enough, and you're questioning, will I step out of line? Will I be funny? Or should I be serious? And you're questioning it because you're trying too hard. And then she's like, just slow down, because we're still guiding you. We're still offering you messages. We're still helping you discern when to be who. And we just ask that you listen and be patient enough and quiet enough to listen. And it's just, oh, can you do that, honey? Can you do that, honey? Can you listen? Can you slow down and be patient? Spot on. Thank you, Catherine. So that's a lot of love from both of them. I feel as if the sister's going to pull a pink on you any minute now. It's like, oh no, what are you going to do next? I feel that like anxiety with her. Like you probably were on your toes all the time because she's unpredictable. And that's the laughter. She's bringing that in. She's making me feel that to share the laughter with you. She's saying, be that. Laugh all day. I'm happy, Catherine. Good. Just laugh all day. Always laugh and have fun. Life is supposed to be fun. So that's mom's message. That's sister's message. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energies, both of them. It was a true joy to bring them through. Another Bill. This Bill, we'll say Bill, but he likes to say William. He figures if he says William, it makes him more prestigious, more important. But Bill is who he is. In other words, his identity crisis with him. He portrayed to be this William. Thank you, Catherine. It was my honor. I can't tell mom on her. Yeah, right. She knows. So William was the one he would try to portray. This is a personality where he tried to gain respect. He tried to act the part of this prestigious William, to look and he was expecting respect. He didn't understand that you earn respect. He thought by being a certain way, being, following his name, it sounded better. He was that person, but he was really Bill. He was just your average guy with a huge heart. And he was lost. He was lost in this identity crisis. Now I'm sensing this is more like a brother or a very, very good friend. I don't feel, he's surrounded by family members, but I want to say more like a brother. I really feel like it's blood-related brother, but again, it could be a very, very dear friend who's like a brother to you. And again, don't worry about the name. Maybe it's another name that has some kind of a difference, like Bill and William, something like that. I just got this name. It doesn't necessarily have to be that's it, but this is his personality about an identity crisis where he tried to be someone he's not a lot. And he's coming in because I'm sensing whoever the sitter is also trying to be somebody you're not. In other words, sometimes perhaps you know who you are, but you're not comfortable in your own skin. You want to be somebody else. Maybe that other person, this role or this character you're building seems more interesting and is attracting more people and they like them better or something to that effect. Can anybody understand this? Well, first of all, can anybody understand this about yourself? And then we could worry about the spirit. I was hoping for a message. I'm working, Maddie. Whoever comes through, hopefully they will. We might still have some time. Can anybody understand this about yourself first, where you're having this identity crisis, I want to say? And can anybody understand either a brother in spirit or a very, very dear friend like a brother who tried to be somebody he's not, who wanted to be more prestigious and much more respected than he actually was? Can anybody understand any of that so far? Sports is big. I see American soccer. I mean soccer. I see American football, but I see soccer. I see the soccer ball. Sports is big, or sports is very significant here. Maybe with you, maybe you're very much about sports, especially soccer. Football, they call it football. It is American soccer. Football in Europe, and American soccer. That's what it was. Not American football. Football or soccer. This is also very significant. I don't know if he played soccer, or maybe you guys know somebody, or you or somebody, or maybe this is what had a shared interest in T. Soccer or football and American soccer, and T. I know these don't go together, but this is what's coming through. So can understand soccer or football, American soccer being significant. Tea, drinking tea or tea itself being significant. The number eight, and this identity crisis where he tried to be somebody he's not, and maybe you're doing the same thing right now. Or striving to be somebody that you think is better than who you are, like he was doing. Can anybody understand this? And forget about Bill and William. Just keep the name out for a second if that's tripping you up. But can you understand this, Spirit? That's coming through really beautifully, by the way. Very, very smooth. Anything more from him? Okay. Now, electrician, engineer, something like this. One of those careers, electrician or engineer. It could be significant to him or for you or someone in your life, or very young. Okay, so you can understand my brother Bill. Okay, Sue, very young. Okay, great. So can you understand that he, even when he was young, was he trying too hard? What do you mean by young? Like in his teenage years or early adolescent years? I mean, yeah. Can you see that he was trying too hard? He tried to fit in. Maybe he was trying too hard to fit in with other kids, that they viewed him as, cool or prestigious or something like that, or in school or anything like that. Only 17. Okay, so that works then. So he's definitely like that. So can you remember him trying to, he put up an act, basically. Okay, not electrician. Okay, Diane. Diane, you can understand this also as a brother. He was well loved. Okay, Sue. No, I'm not saying that he wasn't well loved. I'm saying that he was trying too hard. He tried to he bend to be accepted by everybody. He was trying to be this persona where it really wasn't him. And perhaps, Sue, are you experiencing something like that, where you may be bending and trying too hard to impress people like that? He is an auto engineer. There we go. Avid footballer. He was a Mrs. Bucket. Okay, Lynn. Okay, great. Not sure he passed. He has passed though. Okay, Lynn. Okay. So we got some information here. So Lynn can understand a friend like a brother, right? Friend, yeah. Auto engineer. I said engineer, right? A footballer, perfect. Okay. And Sue, would you understand? Well, Sue, do you sense that even slightly you're bending to either be accepted by others or make them happy or let them see you in a certain way, and you're not fully showing who you are or fully embracing who you are, and you show them that perhaps you're holding back because if you're considering or thinking, if I do show them all of me, maybe they won't like me, or maybe they won't accept me, or maybe they'll judge me or something like that. People pleaser but changing. Okay, so great, perfect. There we go. Excellent. So this is where I'm sensing your brother Bill was the same way. Okay. This is where he was a people pleaser. This is where he would bend to make everyone else, accept him. However, he knew how they wanted to perceive him in order to accept him. And I'm sensing that's similar with you. If you're a people pleaser, you know what they're expecting from you or what they want from you. So you give it to them. You bend so they can be happy and they can accept you. This is exactly what he was like, and this is exactly what he sees with you. And this is why he's coming in for you. Can you understand that, Sue? Like the football paraphernalia, wants every game. I have an identity crisis. Okay, Lynn. Okay, so it could be Lynn too. Yeah, that's right. Football was very avid. He was avid, absolutely. Um, so Lynn, let's go to you. Can you understand? Okay, so thank you very much, Lynn. Can you understand that you're the same way, basically, like your friend, where you think it's tough to be yourself? You know what? I'm going to just let him come in. Whoever it's either Lynn or Sue. I have a feeling that he's going to just say what he has to say, and one of you will get it. And if both of you get it, that's awesome. Then perhaps we have Bill the brother and Bill the friend, and they just hooking up. You can never please everybody all of the time. You can never make them view you as you want them to see you. And you can never make anybody like you or love you or accept you. We keep trying though, don't we? We believe what they think matters. Their happiness matters. Because if they're happy, they'll remember that we made. We think we have an ugly side. We don't want to show that. We're afraid to be judged and criticized. So we keep quiet. We're the first to laugh at the jokes. We're the first to encourage them. We're the first to support them. Because it feels good helping others, encouraging others, being present for others. But as we're focusing on others, we're not focusing on ourselves. We don't have that ugly side. We have a beautiful heart. And it's okay if they don't notice. It's okay if they don't appreciate us. Because we don't have to make them. What's important is we love ourselves. We accept ourselves. Every idiosyncrasy, every quirk, every flaw, because that's what makes us us. We don't care how they view us, how they speak about us. We're proud of who we are. When we truly love ourselves, they have to love us. When we're proud of ourselves, when we're strong, when we speak our words, stand up for what's right, remain steadfast in our truth, they have to respect us. And you know what? It's never about what they think. It's about loving yourself, standing up for what you believe in, speaking your truth, being proud of yourself. Walk with your head held high. That's all it is. I feel your heart beating as I'm speaking. Just as you feel me in your heart, you feel that warmth. We're always connected, we're always together. Shared love. You view it as many years. I view it as a moment ago. So I'm always watching. I'm always walking with you. I want you to believe in yourself more than I believed in myself, because you're worth it. Just love yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. I love you always. Ooh. That's a lot of love coming with this one. Wow. It's a lot of love. My heart is full. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Lynn, for taking that. I'm certain the message probably resonated with both of you. I mean, Sue. Sorry, Sue. And Sue, I really sensed that was your brother. I could feel that. But then again, Lynn, it was most likely your friend in the background too. So that was a lot of love. Oof. Okay. Well, I'm out of time. And I want to thank the comments seem to have slowed down or stopped, which is okay. Let me see. Okay, beautiful. Thanks, Sue. Special. Thank you. Yeah, lots of years, but to him, just a moment. There you go. I like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energies, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Thanks everybody for joining. I'll see you again next Tuesday. And again, if I didn't bring in your loved ones, just come again next week. One of these weeks they'll come in. I just go with them, and I enjoy the connection, and I am honored to be of service. And thank you very much for joining and allowing me that opportunity to bring them through. Because for me, I just met new friends, and they're great, and I love their energy. I love their love. I love sharing it with you, and it truly is a privilege. So thank you very much. I couldn't do it without all of you present, and I appreciate it. And hopefully next week, bring in yours. If they're going to come, they're going to come. That's how I see it. If they're meant to come, they will. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you again next Tuesday, and have fun. Keep smiling. Let's not take life so seriously, right? Let's have a good time. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.